So you want to design a collection for your clothing brand. This is a skill that you need to learn. You can't just throw a bunch of pieces together and expect them all to sell well. So I'm going to teach you guys what I know about building a proper collection that will sell. For the people who don't know me, my name is Sarah and I run the clothing brand 6 Shooter. I've been running the brand for 5 years now, so I am a vet in the game. I've been doing this for a while now. I have a 3-piece collection that I'm dropping this month, so I think it's a good time to kind of explain how I came up with the collection and how you guys can do something similar. Right here in my hands is all the pieces I'm dropping this month. We're gonna review all the pieces later on in the video, and I'll explain why it shows the designs I did and the sole purpose of everything, because it's all strategic. But just to give you guys a sneak peek of what I am dropping, we got the garment dye t-shirt, the garment dye hoodie, and then we got these baggy shorts right here. A lot of my videos are vlogs and not really based about teaching, but I know you guys want to learn about what I do and how you can do it for yourself. So today is a teaching video. It's time we get into some knowledge, so take out your notebooks and let's get into it. I used to be super against giving away my secrets and just knowledge-based content, but I noticed a lot of you guys are clothing brand owners who support and follow me. So I thought, why not give back to you guys, teach you what I know. Hopefully some of you guys can succeed like I have. I came prepared too. I got my computer right here. I got hella notes I'm gonna teach you guys because y'all deserve it. So starting out, the actual logistics of dropping a collection. You need to be able to hit the minimum order quantity for each item. You wanna make sure that you're not just making all these pieces and then not even selling them. So if you're doing a collection, you got to be able to hit at least 50 to 100 units per item. If you can't hit the minimums, you should not be dropping a collection yet. You should be focusing on 1 to 2 pieces. Now, if you're like me and you make a lot of the clothes in-house, you can do smaller production runs. I like to do like 12 to 24 tees if I'm not confident in like a specific design or something like that. And it makes it a lot easier to drop a variety of things. You could drop like 5 different pieces, like 10 units each. That's only 50 units. So if you're making pieces in-house, you can do it that way, but overseas, you gotta hit the minimums. All right, if you can sell enough pieces to hit minimums or you're doing things in-house, now you gotta choose a theme for the collection. A theme can be pretty much anything. For example, you can choose something like a Western themed collection where everything's just Western, very cowboyish. I did a collection last year and the theme was military. Everything just had army designs. The lookbooks were military inspired. Everything had a very consistent theme. And themes don't just have to be themes like that. You can also choose stuff like colors or just specific looks of pieces. This collection that's coming up, everything is garment dyed, so the t-shirt and hoodie, they're very cohesive, they go together, and then the shorts are just like kind of the outlier piece, but everything looks consistent. So that's how I like to base my collections, everything just looking similar. A lot of brand owners like to drop big collections that are just all over the place, like 10 different pieces that just none of them look like. It can work, but I feel like it's very messy, very ugly, and probably hard to sell that many different items. So if you're going to drop a collection, try to pick a consistent theme. Next up is, how are you even going to market these pieces? You don't want to pick a theme that you have no way of marketing. Say you do choose like a Western themed collection. Are you able to find places that look Western? Are you able to find like a desert so you can make it look like the Old West? If you can't, then it's probably a theme you shouldn't be going with. You want to make it easy on yourself to actually market the pieces that you're dropping, especially if it's a big collection. You need the marketing to be good. For me, back at that military collection, there was a desert nearby that I traveled to do the lookbook, and it looked like a very military place. It looked like a battlefield. So it really fit the vibe of the pieces. So whatever collection you do decide to drop, you gotta make sure that there's places nearby that you can do a lookbook in. Now, the next step to designing a collection is figuring out the pieces you're going to drop and the price point for everything. This is very important. A lot of brand owners don't even think about this, but this is sauce, bro, I swear. A collection is at least 3 pieces up to like 10 to 20, whatever you're actually able to do. 10 to 20 is a little crazy. You're probably not doing that yet, but if you can do at least 3, you need to be having a proper pricing structure. So what I mean by that is you need tiers. You need a low tier, a middle tier, and a high tier. Cheapest item, middle priced item, and then most expensive item for the big spenders. For the low tier items, these are going to be your t-shirts, socks, underwear, just like very cheap things that people can buy and it's just not too much out of their pocket. It's the entry piece. Next, in the middle tier is your hoodies, your sweatpants, things of that nature, just something that's like $60 to $70, not super expensive. And then your high tier pieces will be your denim, your jeans, your crazy jackets, items that are like $100 to like $200 items. If you're able to figure out a pricing structure like this, you'll have an easier time selling everything. If you only have expensive pieces, you're probably gonna miss out on a lot of buyers that don't want to spend over $100. And then if you only have cheap items, then you're gonna miss out on making a lot more money. People who do want to spend $100, $200, $300 on your brand. Now, your goal should be to design into these pricing structures. Figure out a t-shirt you could drop, maybe figure out a hoodie or a zip up, and then figure out what your expensive item is going to be. For me, it's usually jeans. If you follow my brand, you know my brand. I like to drop some graphic tees, but then I drop expensive $150 pants. That's how my brand succeeds, is that I have a lot of big spenders, people who don't mind buying super expensive jeans. If you want your collections to do like $10, $20, $30,000 in revenue, those higher tier items, bro, that's how you get there. I promise that's how you get there. It's hard to make like 10K per month off of like $30 t-shirts. It's way harder. All right, class is in session. It's been in session this entire time, but now we're gonna get into some real details using real life examples. First off, if you clicked on this video expecting to learn to design, this is just about how to put a collection together and make it make sense and actually be able to sell your pieces. If you want to learn how to design, I'm going to put a link in the description on a video of me going over my entire process. It was a super good video, did super well, got like over 25,000 views. You guys loved it. So go check that out if you need to learn that. Now, if you like me for my life and you don't care about running a clothing brand, here are my new pieces. I'm dropping these on August 22nd. This is some of my best work yet. I cannot wait to drop this. Everything is super good. All the pieces are super put together and finished. Seriously, just some of my best work yet. I'm super excited for them. But if you do run a clothing brand, we're going to continue going into the details, and I'm going to explain everything I'm actually dropping and why I'm dropping it. So you know that there is a pricing structure now. Everything has a role. There's a purpose for everything I designed. Starting off with a t-shirt, this is my tier 1, my lowest priced item. This will be priced around $40 to $50. It is a little expensive to make, and it's a crazy t-shirt, so it's gonna be a little bit higher than a normal t-shirt, but this is my entry level tee. This is the lowest amount people can spend on my brand and not have to pay like $100, $150 on one of my pieces. This will get people in the door. You're going to want these low tier items. People are cheap, not everyone wants to spend so much money. Next up, probably my personal favorite in the collection, and this is my mid-tier item, the garment dye hoodie. It's super simple, but it has a beautiful garment dye wash on it and the same metal logo, and you will notice that this metal logo is consistent across all these 3 pieces. This is how you build a collection. You make things make sense over and over again across everything. You know, I got the garment dyes, the seam work on the pieces, and the metal logo. So it's a put together collection. This is how it should look. At least in my opinion, I feel like this all makes sense, and I feel like other brands can kind of follow this strategy. But like I said, this is my middle tier item. This will be around $80, $85. It's gonna be a little bit more expensive than the t-shirt, but it's not my most expensive piece. My middle tier item, people who just want a hoodie or something like that. And what's good about the middle tier item is a lot of people will actually grab both. They'll get a $40, $50 t-shirt, but then like an $80 hoodie, and they're spending over $100, but they're getting 2 items, low tier and high tier. Super important. Lastly are the baggy shorts. I think these are going to be the most expensive. These two might swap between each other on what's most expensive, but this will probably be around $70 to $90. I'm not sure what I'm going to price it at yet. I'm going to figure it out. But this would be my highest priced item. People who want to spend a lot of money and, you know, ball out a little bit, buy a super cool piece for their wardrobe, invest a little bit. Now, because I know about the logistics of running a clothing brand and dropping a collection and knowing about minimum order quantities, I would have had another item in here, and that is these selvage denim right here. This would have been my actual highest tier item. These were probably going to be like 120-ish, I'm thinking. So this would be my high tier item. I didn't think I could sell out of every single piece. Like I have 100 in all these items. So 400 units, it's a lot. I think I could get close to selling out of them, but I don't want to put myself in a bad position. So I played it safe. I'm saving these until September, but this would be my most expensive item. Now, having all 3 items priced differently, some people are going to pick up every single piece because they're all fire, they all go together. You can build outfits with everything, and the total order value is going to be close to $200-$300. So that is how you build a collection. All your pieces go together. Everything makes sense. There's a consistent theme or a consistent look. You got proper structure. Everything's just so good, bro. This is my strategy. This is how I run collections. I've been dropping for many years now. Like I said, my brand is in its 5th year now. So I've been doing this for a while. I've learned. I've had terrible collections that didn't sell good, and I've had collections that have done amazing, doing tens of thousands of dollars in sales. If you just do things right and you follow what I just said, you'll definitely have a higher chance of just having a more successful collection as long as the pieces look good. So there is my lesson. That is what I know about building a proper collection. That's how I built my new collection that I'm dropping, and I can't wait for it. Like, all these pieces are just amazing. If you guys like any of the pieces and want to cop on August 22nd, link is in the description for my website and my clothing brand and my personal Instagram. Go follow all those, bro. Now, usually I'm not teaching. I like to just show my life and do vlogs. I got a bunch of vlogs coming. If you don't care about the informational content, I got more stuff coming. I'll vlog the release of these pieces so you know how it actually went. I'm gonna vlog all the stock coming in because I got all the units behind the camera right now. There's like 300 pieces over there. Before I end this video off, I'm just gonna do a little life update on where I've been and what I've been doing. If you haven't noticed yet, I got an eyebrow piercing and a nose piercing. I'm just customizing my character out here, just doing random stuff that I want. I was in Florida for like 2 weeks and it put me behind schedule a lot. I didn't have a video to post for you guys. And right now I'm just kind of playing catch up, trying to get back in the swing of things. But we back, bruh. It's good to be back. I hope you guys missed me, but didn't miss me too hard. I'm going to be trying to be consistent from this point on. It's hard. YouTube is so hard to stay consistent on. I'm trying my best, y'all. I'm sorry. Anyways, I hope you guys learned something in this video. If you want to check out the links below for all my socials and stuff like that, go check out the description. But I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. Later.